Hello and welcome to the Chiropractic Student podcast. My name is Lewis and we're here to talk about all the things you need to know before graduating chiropractic school. We're going to talk to experienced chiropractors and we're going to be discussing the science, philosophy and art of chiropractic. We're going to get tips and hints on how to get through chiropractic school with a deeper understanding of what chiropractic is and truly can be. Thank you all for tuning in to the first episode of the Chiropractic Student podcast. I felt that there was a need for this from my point of view, that there's not a lot of help out there for the student to get through university, some resources to look at. You kind of have to look externally, and also there's a lot of podcasts out there that are for people who have already graduated. So I felt like this was something that I really could have benefited from myself during my time at university. I've only recently just finished my final exit exams, so I'm no expert in chiropractic at the moment, but we're going to be bringing on guests and we're going to have a nice little chat with them. Today's episode is literally just going to be me having a little waffle on about what I think I would have benefited a lot from within chiropractic school, and I know a lot of other people have this sort of desire as well. Firstly, I think there's a lot of just jumping straight into learning about chiropractic when you turn up at university. There's a lot of just learning microbiology, all of the bones of the body, the philosophy that we had at chiropractic school. I graduated from, I'm about to graduate from McTimoney College of Chiropractic in Abingdon, which is supposedly quite a philosophical school, and we do have a bit of philosophy, but there's not much of the why chiropractic. It's more about the history of chiropractic. We don't really get taught about the 33 principles. We don't get taught BJ, DD, Reggie Gold, Sigafus. That's all something that I had to find out about myself by asking other chiropractors about them, and even just other techniques. You just kind of learn what the syllabus is. You don't get told what else is out there. SOT, just like normal stuff that's like pretty common to find in lots of practices. You don't learn too much about them at university, which I think is one of the things that I'd tell people to go out and do. A lot of extracurricular stuff, so lots of seminars and CPD events, try and get to lots of weekend things, and even just asking other chiropractors in your local area, like, can you show me maybe a few things, because 9 times out of 10 a chiropractor's gonna want to help you out because you're the next generation of chiropractors. Another thing I would say is obviously finding some books to read. I didn't get into reading books really until like my 3rd year at university, and I started going to groups and classes and extracurricular stuff, where year 1 and 2 I just hated university so much. I didn't get chiropractic at all. I wanted to be a chiropractor, but I didn't really know what chiropractic was or what I was really getting into. It just kind of all seemed a bit, I'm learning science, learning a technique. There was no integration of all three together. I was learning the what, the why and the how. I just wasn't learning how they all came together. And so reading books really helped me. It sounds quite cliche, but the green books, The Science of Chiropractic, really helped me. Chiropractic textbook, again, learning about the 33 principles. It's so elementary in a way. It's something that should be really obvious to people to go and do, but you honestly, without looking on your own device, it's not actually something that's pushed upon students to go out and have a look about the why. Like, what is the history of chiropractic? Why is chiropractic a thing today? So grabbing a book, grabbing a green book or even a blue book, one of the breakdowns of the green books basically, in a modern, the green books are quite hard to read because they're very old worldy, and they're just massively long books to read. So the blue books really break it down. Sinnott's one's quite good as well. I'm still reading through loads. I've still got loads to go through and I've only touched upon a few, but books are like some of the best things that you should read. Another thing that I found the most beneficial to me would be just talking to other chiropractors. You see like the year 4s and 3s in your year when you start, and you're like, oh, I don't really want to talk to them, don't want to bother them. But like I say, 9 times out of 10 chiropractors are going to be super helpful and want to help you out. But talking to them and literally asking them, what do you guys recommend that we do? What should I read? What should I look into? And they'll ask you, well, what are you interested? Do you want to learn technique? I don't know, some pediatric stuff like SOT, craniosacral work, like toggle or activated. Like there's so much out there that's barely even scraping the surface. Talking to other chiropractors really opened my world up, not only just from technique, but from integrating into the community a bit more. Like once you start talking to these year 4, 3 and 4 students, even year 2 students, they have been in your position, so they can kind of give you that advice that you wanted a couple of years ago. So don't be scared to ask them, like, oh, what would you recommend for me? I want to learn a little bit more about the philosophy. Like they'll just happily give you some idea. Like go read a book, go listen to some podcasts, go listen to some old tapes, go watch an old video of BJ or something. Like it's something quite trivial for us to do, but you don't know about it unless you ask. Like I had to find out by asking and asking and asking different chiropractors. It's not something that got given to me at school. So those two things are probably the main things. Reading books and asking other chiropractors was just like the biggest eye-opener for me, and like made me love chiropractic, because after year 2 I was on the brink of quitting. I genuinely did not like chiropractic because I didn't actually know what it was. I hated what I was learning. It didn't make sense to me. Why am I learning biomedical sciences when I want to adjust people? I want to learn about the nervous system. It didn't really click for me until you integrate all three together: the science, the art, and the philosophy. And so this is what this whole podcast is going to be about. We're going to be getting people in, experienced, real chiropractors who genuinely care about the chiropractic community and the future of chiropractic and the students coming through. It's quite a vitalistic approach. I think I'm quite a vitalistic person. I do enjoy the 33 principles. I do like Stevenson. I do like Sisyphus, the whole preaching to the community and getting everyone pumped about innate intelligence. And like I had no idea what innate intelligence was until I actually picked up a book about chiropractic and spoke to some of my chiropractic friends who were like in year 3 and 4, and I was like, how have I been through 2.5 years of university and not learned about innate intelligence, which is the whole premise of what chiropractic is and the self-healing abilities of the body? Man the physical, man the spiritual, like all of the integration of that. So yeah, it's going to be quite a cool chilled out podcast. We're hoping for about 10-minute episodes. I'm going to try and keep them short and sweet for everyone to have a nice little listen to. You're not going to learn too much here. It's going to be a sort of hub they're going to point us in the direction of, if you want to learn about this, which is what they're interested in, these chiropractors, then go and read this book, go and watch this podcast, this video, go and listen to this podcast, go and talk to this person, just message them, and just basically giving you the route to go down rather than sitting here and talking to you for an hour. We're going to be getting a lot of different aspects on chiropractic, what people took from these things, and how we can help students and even newly grads or any sort of chiropractor to just basically get that little bit of push, why they love chiropractic, why are we doing chiropractic, like what is our whole purpose. I'm just trying to bring the whole community together, but I'm just trying to help the students out, the little guys who are kind of sat there in their lectures and not really understanding, falling asleep at the back of the class and learning about microbiology, like trying to keep in touch to why we're actually doing chiropractic. So yes, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this journey with me. Take care, and I'll see you on the next episode.